Hi, friends, and welcome inside the PNY Sports Arena in Westtown, Pennsylvania for an Inter-County Scholastic Hockey League closing night in the regular season game that has major playoff implications. The Father Judge Crusaders 13-3-1, and the Devon Prep Frozen Tide 13-4-0, playing for home ice in Monday's ICSHL Prep Catholic Division semifinal. The winner of this game will host the semifinal tilt against, well, the runner-up of this game, as Salesianum clinched the top seed in the Prep Catholic Division earlier today with a 7-1 win over the Haverford School at Iceline. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box at PNY Sports Arena. Eli Swope, our production assistant and videographer, holding down the fort behind the scenes. We're going to head to a quick break here on the Delaware Hockey Network, and when we get going, we'll take you right inside the glass for tonight's opening introductions and a playoff battle between the Tide and the Crusaders. I shouldn't say a playoff battle, but a playoff preview between the Tide and the Crusaders. Again, the winner of this game securing home ice for the rematch between these two teams on Monday. You're watching the Delaware Hockey Network, and it is all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning. and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com. Welcome back inside PNY Sports Arena. Father Judge Crusaders. Devon Prep Frozen Tide. In a closing night showdown to determine who gets home ice in Monday's ICSHL Prep Catholic Division semifinal round. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box, and we're going to head inside the glass right now for tonight's opening introductions, brought to you by Limestone Pension Associates. Hockey fans, good evening and welcome to PNY Sports Arena in Westtown, Pennsylvania. Tonight, the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League presents a varsity regular season Prep Catholic Division matchup between the visiting Father Judge Crusaders and your Devon Prep Frozen Tide. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Father Judge Crusaders, coached by Steve Mead. Starting in goal, number 32, Christian McDonald. On defense, number 44, Nolan Roush. And number 57, Zachary Michel. At forward, number 16, Owen Myers. Number 99, Jake Proud. And number 63, Joseph Mullen. And now let's meet the starting six for your Devon Prep Frozen Tide. Starting in goal, number 26, Grant Gale. On defense, number 6, Josh Vaughn. And number 95, Brendan Bachman. At forward, number 22, Danny Dowling. Number 48, Braden Russo. And number 29, Kieran Crosser. Your Devon Prep Frozen Tide are coached by Matt Fabrizio. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League, are Sean Milligan and Dan Becker. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located behind the Father Judge goal as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ready to rock and roll in the northwest suburbs of Philadelphia. The Father Judge Crusaders, as you saw during opening introductions, clad in their away Columbia blue kits, white sleeves, white numbers on the back, red trim. They're moving right to left from our vantage point here from the 412 Communications press box. The Devon Prep Frozen Tide in their home whites, navy blue numbers on the back and sleeves. Devon Prep across the front in navy blue pants, gold helmets, and gold trim. As mentioned during pregame, our on-ice officials tonight, Danny Becker and Sean Milligan. Danny ready to drop the puck on Friday Night Hockey from PNY Sports Arena. Joey Mullen and Kieran Crossan in for the opening draw, and off we go from PNY. Russo corralling the puck in the corner, trying to center to Crossan, crashing the net, but it was cleared out from a congested Father Judge slot. This rifled back in by Bachman from center, steadied by Zachary Michel deep in his own zone. Crossan the forechecking menace. Michel chips this puck up to Proud. It comes back to Michel up the middle. He throws this beyond the reach of Russo, ahead to Nolan Roush. Roush's shot from the top of the right circle was off its intended mark. Pursuing in the far corner was Mullen, leaving this to Myers. Centering feed. Evades the reach of Jake Proud, and it is cleared back to center by Braden Russo. Michel to Myers the other way. Slowed up by a poke check just inside the line. This ruled an offside pass. 51 seconds into the first period. And the faceoff's going to come just above the Devon Prep blue line. Jan Bach steadied the puck deep in his own zone off the draw. Pushing this back towards center. Thrown in the other way by Chris Ferrero. Tied clear. Heron could not leave this across to Shara Matu. Recovering was Logan Rainey for the Devon Prep Tide. Rainey inside his line, turned this over. And the re-entry from Chris Ferrero is going to be whistled offside. 78 seconds into opening period play. And here come the Tide, led by Bach, crashing the net. He got a shot away on McDonald, but Christian McDonald holding close to home, playing the angles for the textbook save. 100 seconds in. This thrown across ice by Gabriel. Pushed clear by Heron. As far as the Devon Prep blue line, where Bach pulls back, steadies. Appalucci touch pass to the accelerating James Gabriel, but he couldn't run the gauntlet up the far half wall as he was clogged up by Owen Myers. Gabriel staying with the puck behind the net, set up Crossan with a shot from the right dot. That's steered wide by McDonald. Carlos Rowland works this clear. Here's a 2-on-2 for the Crusaders. Dancing it up the right side is Myers. He put one net front for Gavin Culver, but he was stonewalled by Grant Gale. Russo fast break counterattack the other way for the Tide. He's angled to the far side by Myers, stripped to the puck by Roland. 2-on-2. Here net front, Culver again. Off the centering pass from Mullen, but again, Grant Gale stealing off the far post. So back and forth action here in the third minute of this pivotal closing day contest. Puck frozen by Gale, and we've got a pause with 14-17 to go in the first period. No score from PNY Sports Arena, and the face-off coming to the left of Grant Gale, who's turned up 3 saves already. Proud in for the draw for Father Judge, and he stick handles behind the net off the win. Vaughn tying him up near side mid-zone. Puck bounces loose. Held in by Pacheco. Long shot. Caught and held by Grant Gale for a pause in play once again. 2 minutes and 58 seconds into the first period, and the face-off comes to the right of Grant Gale as both teams will change up and get some fresh legs on. Kieran Crossan, leading scorer for Devon Prep, with 27 goals on the year. In for the draw across from Ferrero. And here we go. Play resumes with a Zachary Michel shot off the draw, right on target. Gale up with another save. Rebound hotly contested behind the net. Danny Donegan trying to get this free. He finds Dowling. Here's Crossan. Ahead to Russo up the right wing boards. The pass preceded Russo into the corner. He plays it behind the net. Dowling around the horn to Donegan. Donegan launches one in from the left point. This caught and held by McDonald for a break in play. 13:36 to go in the first period of a scoreless as yet game from PNY. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. McFadden was denied by Gale, coming back the other way for Devon Prep. Crossan could not connect with Bach down low after gaining the zone. Puck ends up in the near corner. Carlos Roland tying it up beyond the reach of Dowling. Crossan recovers behind his own net. He trying to put one on a tee for Danny Dowling net front, but the pass was just off its line. Intercepted briefly by Proud, but Dowling staying with the play. Recovers the puck. Huge hit late on Logan Rainey behind the net. Roland stepping up the physicality on defense for the Crusaders, and they've got a 2-on-2 coming back. Here's Myers from distance. Over the crossbar. Connor Blewett pursuing the puck behind the net. Tried to tip it back to Myers, but it's pushed clear by Bach. The Skitters back inside the Devon Prep line. Jan Bach leaving this toward Rainey up the near side. Pass intercepted. Thrown back in by Myers, who turns on the forechecking heat now on Donegan as we near the 5-minute mark of the first period. From PNY, no score between the Tide and the Crusaders. Icing waved off by Milligan. Heron deep in his own zone. Tried to carom the puck out. Vernacchio recovering for the Tide. So Devon Prep maintaining attacking position. Logan Rainey weaves this up the near side. Vaughn throws one in. It was hacked down by Gabriel net front. Tried to redirect it past McDonald, but Vaughn's initial shot looked like it had the line it needed. Rainey steers this behind to the far side, where Gabriel double-teamed by a pair of Crusaders. Bobble the puck. Proud could not clear. Vernacchio swarmed him. It's loose in front. Andrew Sharma, too, fails to clear up the middle. Here is shot in close. James Gabriel digging at the puck. And this is covered for a pause in play by Christian McDonald with 11:28 to go in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. And this is deserving of another look. On the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay, Gabriel jamming away at the vulcanized rubber, but Christian McDonald getting the last word And the face-off comes to his left, 5.5 minutes into the first period. Bachman across to Vaughn, working the left side now. He threw the puck in close. Epperson couldn't tip it past McDonald on the welcome mat. Back to Appalucci. This goes in the far corner. Bodied into the far glass by Rausch. Vaughn held the point. Skittering puck after it was stick-checked high by Mullen. Epperson couldn't hold it in. Trying to walk it up the near side for Father Judge. Looked like it was Gavin Culver. Yes, it was. Got a bit of a blind spot here in the broadcast perch at PNY, so we'll piece together the story of the near side of the neutral zone as best we can. This is an icing against the Devon Prep Frozen Tide. 6 minutes and 19 seconds into the first period. A-grade chances, something of a scarcity with all likelihood this game, as both teams are turning up the defensive pressure in droves. Dowling and Ferrero. Restart play to the left of Grant Gale. And we'll get you the shot particulars on a period-by-period basis here for tonight's game. This called offside against the Crusaders. 10.5 minutes to go in the first period. And Ferrero's going to have to contend with crossing over the dot just above the Devon Prep blue line. Crossen won the draw. Bach tied up at center, got the puck from blue line to blue line. Danny Dowling gaining center, flips it off the far glass by the Devon Prep Culinary Club's bake sale to support the work of the Order of Priests that operate the school and their mission work in Cuba. Puck chipped into the Judge bench area, out of play with exactly 7 minutes elapsed in the opening period, and Sean Milligan spots the faceoff right in front of the Crusaders bench. Mullen and Gabriel meeting for the draw, near wingers encroaching a fair bit. Mullen won the draw. Here's Roland off the feed from Myers up the right wing boards. He carabs the puck in behind the net. Bach there to play it back for the Tide. Vernacchio clears. He pursues the puck after gaining his own blue line, but Owen Myers walks it back in, and he's going to be called back offside. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Gabriel and Mullen meet again. James Gabriel wins the draw. Vernacchio clears, but he gives the puck away to Myers. Judge coming in numbers 3-on-3. Myers to Mullen. Back toward Myers this goes. Sharma 2 holding the point after Rainey failed to tip the puck clear from 20 feet inside his own line. Mullen got stick on puck about belt high, but he was swarmed by a trio of Tide defenders. The Crusaders will get another chance on the offensive, as this will come back an icing with 9 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the first period of a scoreless as yet hockey game. Face off again to the left of Grant Gale. Mullen and Dowling in to contest the draw. This controlled by the Crusaders, thrown in by Roland from the right point. Puck goes over the netting and out of play. 8:59 remaining in the first period. Crossen and Mullen. Much as this game began. Taking the draw to the left of the Devon Prep net. Here comes Crossen beyond center, outnumbered as he gains the line. Crossen tried to deke his way past Jason Lynch, but number 53 and Father Judge Blue with a smart poke check. Vaughn taking aim from the right point off the rebound. Crossan couldn't generate a second chance opportunity. Vaughn holds the line. He launches the puck in from long range. This is caught and held by McDonald, and we've got a pause at the midpoint of the first period, and no score between the Crusaders and the Tide from PNY Sports Arena. Crossan and Ferrero take the face off to the right of Christian McDonald, who came up with a few rapid-fire saves to keep Devon Prep scoreless to this point. This is sent by Lynch up the far side, tipped by O'Reilly. In behind the Devon Prep goal line, Josh Vaughn hustles back to play it. Dowling, cross-ice feed, Crossan, drop pass to Russo at the top of the right circle. Played back behind the net. Crossan to Dowling, hassled at the far wall by Father Judge's Leo O'Reilly. This in front, Crossan shoots and scores! Look out, Loretta. Kieran Crossan gets his 28th. And the Father Judge Crusaders take the early lead. Here it comes again. On the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay, Kieran Crossan walking across the top of the crease. Off the feed from Dowling, 9 minutes, 8 seconds. Into the first period. And the Tide set the tone early at PNY in this pivotal postseason preview. Devon Prep Frozen Tide goal, 28th of the season, scored by number 29, Kieran Crossan. Assisted by number 22, Danny Dowling. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 8 seconds of the first period. Crossan's 28th from Dowling at 9:08. And the Crusaders have tied it up. Joey Mullen with his 8th of the year, leading the handshake line just like that. We've got a brand new hockey game. This launched in from distance. Off the stick of Nolan Roush. Mullen picks up the rebound. And just 48 seconds after the Crossan goal, the Crusaders' Joey Mullen, great hockey name, gets his 8th of the year. And we're all knotted up, one aside. Father Judge goal, his 8th of the season, scored by number 63, Joseph Mullen. Assisted by number 44, Nolan Roush, and number 99, Jake Proud. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 54 seconds of the first period. Mullen's 8th from Roush and Proud at 9:54. A McDonald save brings play to a screeching halt with 6:21 to go in the first period. Dowling in across from Ferrero to restart play in the Devon Prep attacking zone. And we're going to go right back as this is called an icing against the Crusaders with 6:16 remaining in the first period of this 1-1 hockey game. Physical, clean, well contested, all 200 feet. Everything we bargained for and then some. As Chris Ferrero looked like he won the draw, but Crossan recovered the puck, leading to a shot from Donegan at the left point. And play halted by referee Danny Becker as Christian McDonald's net came off its moorings. So the faceoff migrates 44 feet nearer us. Ferrero wins. Roland works this clear to McFadden. McFadden tried to center to Riley crashing the net, but that pass was broken up. Bach hanging close to home. Big hit late on McFadden in the far corner. He is down. And it looks as though he may need medical attention. He's very slow to get back on his feet, and medical staff making their way to the ice right now. We're going to take a quick pause here on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com. So Matthew McFadden heading back to the bench on his own power ultimately. And play is going to restart just above the Devon Prep blue line with 5:47 to go in the first period. And a 1-1 tie before us from PNY Sports Arena. Crossan, Dowling, off the centering pass. He was angled to the far dot, tried to wrist one in from distance. He was wide off the shot, and Jason Lynch chipped the puck off the cap rail in front of his own bench, back through neutral ice. Crossan barreling back in over the line. Slowed up by Roland, who floats this as far as the Devon Prep blue line, recovered there by Bach. Donegan up the left wall to Crossan, one-on-one. Crossan slowed up in the slot by Lynch, dishes this back to Russo. Russo marked tightly by Roland mid-slot. Lost his shot lane, lost the puck. Trude tried to feed it to Myers just above the Devon Prep line, but it's walked by Bach the other direction. Russo, long shot from the corner. Ricocheted off the corner boards, far side, all the way to Crossan, working mid-zone. Dowling couldn't center. This puck taken away by Owen Myers and worked up the near wall by Trude, back deep into Father Judge territory. Donegan pulls back behind his own net. Cycled to Jan Bach. 4:22 to go in the first period. Crossan looking for the go-ahead. Stymied from 15 feet by the outstretched right leg of McDonald. Bach patrolling his own blue line, swats the puck out of the reach of the pursuing Joey Mullen. Crossan and Mullen the goal scorers so far. Crossan with his 28th of the year for the Tide. Coming 9:08 into the first period. 46 seconds later. Joey Mullen potted his 8th to bring the Crusaders back level. Heron clears. Back to Heron it comes inside his own line. D-to-D pass to Sharma 2. Just off its mark. Getting a shove in was Gabriel. Disrupting that pass just enough by his presence to enable the Tide to stay on the offensive a little longer. Rainey. Skip pass to Vaughn. He takes aim from the half wall. Shot was wide of the far post with 200 seconds to go in the first period. Pucci barely held the zone, says referee Sean Milligan. And this goes clear into the rafters, out of play with 3:12 remaining in opening period action. Father Judge and Devon Prep deadlocked one aside, and the faceoff's going to stay in the Crusader zone. Faceoff comes to the right of McDonald. Jonathan Eves seeing his first faceoff action of the night. Drives into the corner, forcing an errant Roush pass up the right side. Pucci held the zone, shot in traffic, ultimately turned aside by McDonald. Here come the Crusaders. Up the middle, Leo Riley. Tried to crash the net, drew the penalty. And the shot from Nolan Roush ends up in the glove of Grant Gale, and we've got our first penalty of the game with 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the first period. Let's see what Milligan's got. Hooking the call. And for the first time tonight, the Father Judge Crusaders are on the power play, and the Devon Prep Frozen Tide are on the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Devon Prep penalty was assessed to number 6, Josh Vaughn. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 14 seconds in the first period. Vaughn, 2 for hooking at 14-14. Roland walking the line. The shot was into traffic. 45 seconds gone on this Father Judge power play. Gabriel walks the puck to center. He chips it off the near corner boards. Myers recovering. Here comes Owen Myers up the right wing boards. He takes aim from the half wall. Shot goes over the glass and out of play. With a minute 41 to go in opening period action of this 1-1 game. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. Not far from PNY Sports Arena, not far from Premier Orthopedics Iceworks. Can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 at the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. 80 seconds to go. In opening period play. And this an icing against Father Judge, setting them back in their zone with just 70 seconds to go in this opening period. 24 left on the Vaughn hooking minor. Crossan could not center to Dowling from the corner. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Here's Riley up the middle. Breakaway. Deke off his backhand. Couldn't get the shot. Bach clears. And the Tide are back to full strength. Mullen hassled at the line by Dowling. This comes back to Russo around the horn. Played up the left wing boards by Danny Donegan. Crossan double teamed, but the Tide gained the zone. Russo off the Dowling setup. Cleared the crossbar. Back it comes to Braden Russo, shooting from the top of the left circle. Stick checked from astern by Cameron Wetherell. And this comes all the way back to the Devon Prep blue line as we enter the final 10 seconds of the first period. Last chance for the Tide. They come in numbers if they hurry. Russo hassled by Roland. And the penalty going to Carlos Roland with 3.6 seconds to go in the first period. Slashing the call from Sean Milligan. And the first Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play is upon us tonight. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings to promote health and wellness among athletes of all ages and abilities. Visit desportsmed.com. That will do it for the first period. At the end of one period, the score, Devon Prep Tide 1, Father Judge Crusaders 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after a brief first intermission.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside PNY Sports Arena, second period underway. With a 1-1 deadlock between the Devon Prep Frozen Tide of the Father Judge Crusaders and a nice long Delaware Sports Medicine power play on tap for the Tide, trying to reclaim the lead. After Kieran Crossan and Joey Mullen exchanged goals in the first period. Roland went off for a slash with 3 3/5 seconds to go in opening period play. So the Tide coming back fresh with nearly a full 2 minutes on the man advantage to start the second period. Crossan's shot from the right point was wide. Russo, skip pass to Rainey walking in. He threw one off the pipe from the goal line extended. Gabriel plays it back behind the net to Rainey in the far corner. Fed to Crossan, working the point on this power play. Gabriel off the headman pass. McDonald, rebound is in. It's a 2-1 hockey game. Commotion in front, and Jan Bach orchestrates a go-ahead goal for the Devon Prep Frozen Tide. It's 2-1 as the Tide strike on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. It was Bach on the welcome mat. A minute and 1 second into the second period. Off the rebound of a crossing shot. And James Gabriel's going to get the other helper. The Tide strike on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play to reclaim the lead in front of a home crowd. For Bach, that's his 9th goal of the season. Devon prep goal. His 9th of the season. Scored by number 68, Jan Bach. Assisted by number 29, Kieran Crossan, and number 52, James Gabriel. Time of the power play goal, 1 minute, 1 second in the second period. Bach's 9th from Crossan and Gabriel at 1:01, a power play goal. Roush holds the point, near side, and he scores from downtown. Roush with his 7th. And we're level again. Roush winding up from the point, weaving one past Gale. To make this a 2-2 hockey game. And for Nolan Roush, that is his 7th of the season. Father Judge goal, his 7th of the season, scored by number 44, Nolan Roush. Assisted by number 86, Gavin Culver. Time of the goal, 1:57 in the second period. Roush's 7th from Culver at 1:57. And a look at the third Father Judge goal. Culver getting one for himself. Coming 2:22. Into period number 2. Father Judge goal, 8th of the season, scored by number 86, Gavin Culver. Assisted by number 44, Nolan Roush. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 22 seconds in the second period. Culver's 8th from Roush at 2:22. So absolutely no shortage of action to start the second period. Bach scores on the power play. And then Roush and Culver team up for a pair of tallies, and Father Judge has their first lead of the game. Myers looking to pad it further. He shoots from the top of the right circle, but his shot was wide. Dowling tries to race down the puck deep in the Father Judge zone, but he was met by Lynch. Dowling to cross into the far corner. Mullen confronted by Russo. They've got the puck tied up over the left shoulder of Christian McDonald. who recorded 9 saves on 10 shots faced in the first period. Shots were 10-8 in favor of Devon Prep in the first 17 minutes. And the Crusaders come storming back. The shot from Justin Pacheco. Off its line from just below the left dot. Pacheco gets it back. The headman feed to Myers. Cutting to the low slot. Didn't connect. Follow-up chance from Pacheco. Ends up in the glove of Grant Gale. And with 13:21 to go in the second period, we can catch our breath as both teams change up. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning could help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Crusaders taking up temporary residence in the Devon zone. The shot from Sharamatu at the left point was intercepted. Rainey chases this puck down to the corner for Nakio. Centers to Bach, who had the power play goal for the Tide, but he was slowed up high in the zone by Matthew McFadden. Good to see him back in action after getting rattled in the far corner late in the first period. Bach back inside his line. Pursued by Leo Riley, captain of the Crusaders. Riley sure to finish his check. Meanwhile, the Tide march back into Judge territory. McFadden taking another hit in the far corner. Separating him from the puck. This thrown by Riley across neutral ice. Back it comes to Danny Donegan. Inside the Devon line. Judge changing. Gabriel walking up the far boards. Puck stolen by Jake Proud. Here he comes. Proud around Bach. Tried to go top shelf on Gale. Didn't have the line on the shot. 5 minutes into the second period. And an icing will send this back into the Devon Prep zone with 5 minutes and a tick elapsed here in second period play. A treat having all of you with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network on this Friday evening from PNY Sports Arena. Over the last few years, we've certainly, through our coverage of Salesianum varsity hockey, gotten familiar with both the Tide and the Crusaders. And here to bring you this extremely important closing night regular season matchup between these two sides. An absolute joy to call this one. 5.5 elapsed to the second period. Epperson could not clear. Lynch confronted by Eves. Proud recovers at the Judge blue line. Across this comes to Carlos Roland, who walks into a 1-on-2. He shot from the half wall. Puck waffle boarded aside by Grant Gale. Gale 7 for 8 in the save department in the first 17 minutes, but he gave up 2 goals in the span of 25 seconds to see a 2-1 Devon Prep lead turn into a 3-2 Devon Prep deficit. Tide setting back up on the offensive after a McDonald glove save brings play to a halt with 10:52 to go in the second period. Make it 10:51 to go in the second period. Judge pinned back of their zone, but they've got the comfort of a 3-2 advantage. Myers steals the Russo centering pass, crossing net front, gets it back and scores! And the Tide are back level. With Kieran Crossan potting his 29th of the season, it's a 3-3 hockey game. Crossan from Russo. The dynamic duo do it again. And we are all knotted up at PNY. Devon Prep goal, his 29th of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 29, Kieran Crossan. Assisted by number 48, Braden Russo. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. Crossan's 29th, second of the game from Russo at 5:18. And Dowling clears the zone after the Crusaders drove play back into the Devon Prep end. Myers reaching for the puck off the Blewett pass. Couldn't reel it in. He ends up getting it back in the far corner. Roush launches it from the point, and the Crusaders are back in front. The offense considerably more inspired here in the second period. Myers leaves this to Roush, who pots his second of the night. Aiden Wright now in goal for Devon Prep, as Grant Gale drifts off the rails. Father Judge goal, his 8th of the season and second of the game, scored by number 44, Nolan Roush. Assisted by number 16, Owen Myers, and number 63, Joseph Mullen. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 15 seconds in the second period. Roush's 8th, second of the game from Myers and Mullen at 7:15. Just about halfway through. As again, after the fourth goal, Aiden Wright came in to relieve Grant Gale. Now in goal for Devon Prep, number 36, Aiden Wright. So Gale retired after allowing 4 goals in 24 minutes. And Wright steps up with a big stick save. And the first Judge offensive wave he's seen. Crossan looking for the hat trick. McDonald says no. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, between your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and plenty in between. Whether you're on the East Coast, whether you're in the Midwest, whether you're in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, whatever the case may be, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com. 8:15 to go in the second period. Father Judge pouring it on. Nolan Roush with 2 goals and 2 assists. He has had a hand in all 4 Crusaders goals tonight. Likewise, Kieran Crossan has had something to say on each of the Tide's 3 goals, accounting for 2 himself and setting up Jan Bach on the other. Trude in the low slot. Flips the puck ahead to Proud. It ends up skittering in the far corner. Well executed dump and change for the Crusaders. And the Tide will do the same the other way as Crossan tipped the puck right at the red line into the far corner of the judge zone. This recovered by Trude, walked up the right wing boards. Here's Owen Myers. Skip past to Michel just inside the line. Shot from 35 feet. Was wide. The Myers follow-up. Covered up and held by Aiden Wright with 7 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the second period of a 4-3 contest. Faceoff's going to come to the left of Aiden Wright. Coming in cold in relief. And so far doing all he needs to do. Myers takes a check from Gabriel, separating him from the puck. Danny Pucci tries to advance this to Vernacchio, but that pass is broken up mid-zone. Gabriel back to Vaughn. Thrown off the near boards. Talon Vernacchio tips this deep into the Father Judge zone where Zachary Michel recovers. If this game ends in regulation, the winner of it will have home ice on Monday in the semifinal rematch between these two teams. Justin Pacheco denied on the doorstep by Aiden Wright. As we come to the final 6.5 of the second period, Judge leading Devon 4-3 from PNY Sports Arena. Wright holds, and we've got some extracurriculars between Pacheco and Vaughn after the whistle. We're going to take you back to that last Aiden Wright save on this end-to-end Father Judge counterattack. Pacheco off the centering pass, had ample space. But Aiden Wright doing a great job blocking the angles. And keeping Pacheco from getting his first of the season. We should note Aiden Wright coming into this game 8-2-0 on the year with a .231 goals against average and a .919 save percentage. His counterpart 178 feet away because we didn't touch on goalie stats at the beginning of the night. Christian McDonald 8-2-0 on the year with a .294 goals against average and a save percentage of .890. Here flashing the leather again was Aiden Wright, with 5:44 to go in the second period. Judge with a 4-3 lead over the host Devon Prep Frozen Tide. Bach looking for a second. Took aim from the right dot, but his shot ends up in the back glass. Here are Riley and McFadden together. The cross-ice pass just inside the blue line, intercepted by Bach. Crossan steers this ahead to Dowling, trying to catch the Crusaders in the midst of a change. Danny Dowling, feed to Crossan. Bounces off his stick at the top of the near circle. He chases it down to the corner and plays it back to Donegan. This muscled away by Jake Proud for the Crusaders. And a puck over the glass gives us a pause with 5 minutes to go in the second period of a 4-3 game. Center ice faceoff spotted by Sean Milligan. And a chance for all to catch their breaths. Jake Proud, James Gabriel, pucks down, and off we go. Wetherell disrupted the Bachman feed out of the Devon Prep zone. Gabriel getting the puck back, throwing it off the near boards. Appalucci couldn't chase it down before Charles Heron cleared. This is thrown in by Judge from center, recovered by Vaughn. Eves could not find Appalucci. Heron fanned on the puck, but he won the foot race back to it behind his own goal. Gabriel recovers, trying to jam it in on the doorstep. Was Jonathan Eves. Christian McDonald says no again. What you saw prior to Father Judge's fifth goal was a stick flying right in front of the press box. And this 5th Crusaders goal seemingly the first for Cameron Wetherell. Indeed it was. Off the setup from Jake Proud right on the doorstep. And you can hear the bench calling for the game puck for Cameron to put on his mantle. And the Crusaders take the first multiple goal lead of the night. Father Judge goal, first of the season, scored by number 4, Cameron Wetherell. Assisted by number 99, Jake Proud. And as has so often been the case tonight, one team scores, and not a minute later, the other responds. Coast to coast, here comes Kieran Crossan, and he dribbles one past McDonald. To seal the hat trick and bring the Tide back within 1. Time of the Father Judge goal was 12:45 of the second period. Recapping by rule, Wetherell's first from Proud at 12:45. Devon Prep goal, 30th of the season and 3rd of the game, scored by number 29, Kieran Crossan. Assisted by number 19, Danny Donegan. Time of the goal, 12:59 of the second period. Crossan's 30th, 3rd of the game from Donegan at 12:59. Three minutes and 7 seconds to go here in second period play. Offside against the Tide. Bringing this back just above the Father Judge blue line. Roush throws the puck off the far boards. Delayed offside against the Tide. They tag up. Roush gives this away to Vaughn. Michel to Vaughn again. Thrown in from distance. Puck held on to by McDonald. And a gathering of high school athletes meeting in front of Christian McDonald's office. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these gentlemen or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. He's the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And he's conveniently located with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware. Learn more, visit desportsmed.com. Gabriel off the takeaway. Shot ripped into the back glass. Back this comes to Pucci. Thrown in by Gabriel. Puck caroms behind the goal to the far side. Rainey couldn't walk it forward. It's taken away by Culver. Proud to Culver, 2-on-2. Culver losing his footing. lunged at the puck, got a shot away. It was sticked down by Wright, cleared by Vaughn. We've entered the final minute at 45 seconds of the second period. Judge with a 5-4 lead in a second period that has seen the floodgates burst open. Crossan looking for his fourth. Michel with the poke check. Zachary Michel stick handles. This puck is tipped by Proud. Back to center, walked by Trude up the right wing boards. Pucci races to the puck in the near corner of his own zone. Vaughn to Dowling. Just over the blue line, he tips the puck in behind the Father Judge goal. Cross into Russo. Back it comes Dowling trying to jam it in. Second chance was denied by McDonald as well. And here's Myers back in up the middle. Lost the puck over the line. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Joey Mullins' shot was blocked. Russo and Crossan keeping the resistance on him. Puck is tied up at the far half wall. Pitched free of the scrum. Roland launches this in. Getting a piece of it was Aiden Wright. Myers couldn't set up Roland. This was over the line and called offside. 36 and a fifth to go in the second period of a 5-4 barn burner in the making. The first period felt like this game was going to be a chess match the whole way. Boy, were we proven wrong. Lynch, shot blocked by Donegan in front. This is cleared out with authority by Eves. Appalucci one-on-one. Roland with a sweeping stick, angles him behind the goal and steals the puck. Final 12. Donegan gives way to Myers. Last chance, Owen Myers 2-on-1. He takes the shot himself, stick save by Wright, and that's how the second period will reach its conclusion. At the end of 2 periods, the score, Father Judge Crusaders 5, Devon Prep Frozen Tide 4. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the second intermission.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Orenborg. Welcome back inside PNY Sports Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. An instant classic from Westtown. As through 34 minutes, the Father Judge Crusaders have built up a 5-4 lead over the Devon Prep Frozen Tide in a back-and-forth barn burner. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box Eli Swope, our videographer tonight, winner of this game, provided it concludes in regulation, earns home ice in Monday's meeting once again between these two sides. Puck is down out of the hand of Sean Milligan, and off we go in the third period. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Father Judge and their away Blues moving right to left the way we see it. Devon Prep and their home whites moving left to right on your radio dial, as the late great Mike Lang was so fond of saying during his illustrious 47-year broadcast career with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and boy do we miss him. Vaughn from the right point, thrown in Crossan. Couldn't redirect it amid a congested slot. This puck picked up by Leo Riley. He crosses to the center. The entry just onside, says Sean Milligan. Riley crashing the net. Couldn't jam the puck past right. Staying low in the butterfly to take away ice level. Here comes Crossan barreling back the other direction. Centering feed intended for Dowling off its line. Cleared back by Carlos Roland to center. This steady by Bachman. Floated in off his backhand. Given away to Carlos Roland. We're 68 seconds into the third period from PNY Sports Arena. Aiden Wright winds up and baseballs this up the right wing boards back into the Judge zone. Crossan got it the rest of the way there, but Roland took it away. Roland volleys this from blue line to blue line. Bachman back to Roland. Now he centers to Culver, but he bobbled the puck just after gaining the Devon Prep blue line. So Roland regathers. He walks in, he shoots. Trailing toward the far corner. He sent the puck skittering through the blue paint, but was off his intended mark. Father Judge leading in the shot department, 22-19. Through two periods, a fast and frenetic middle frame, putting the Crusaders up 5-4 over the Tide. Devon Prep won the first meeting between these two sides. Should Father Judge prevail, the rubber match between these two teams will take place at the Jefferson Health Skate Zone in Northeast Philadelphia. If the Tide battle back, we'll do it all again here on Monday. The Delaware Hockey Network will have Salesianum and the Haverford School with a 5 o'clock Eastern start from Fred Rust Arena. And an icing against the Tide will send the face-off back to the left of Aiden Wright with 2 minutes and 43 seconds elapsed in the third period. And Judge with an attacking zone face-off coming their way. With a 5-4 lead, and as we've seen so far, no lead tonight has been safe. Logan Rainey's shot. Caught and held by McDonald. This cleared, and an icing. Hockey fans, we've been advised that all treats at the Culinary Club table now $1. Support the cause and get good eats while you're at it too. Unfortunately, for everybody watching at home, the logistics may prove a bit less reasonable. Donegan's shot was wide. This played by Russo back up to the left point. Stepping up, Danny Donegan. Leaving this to the always dangerous Kieran Crossland, who tried to center to Dowling in the high slot. Puck taken away by Blewett, and here's a 2-on-2 for the Crusaders. Storming up the right wing boards, Owen Myers. Stripped of the puck by Donegan. He plays it around to Roush at the near half wall, holding for Judge. Proud, paving a way through the slot. Bobble the puck under pressure from Bach. Here's Proud again, throwing one into Wright's pads. Rebound controlled by Danny Dowling, and he floats this up the near boards out of harm's way. Roland turns it back the other direction. We are 4 minutes into the third period of a 5-4 game. Father Judge leading Devon Prep in the second of what will be 3 meetings between these two sides. Russo ripped one from center, and it ricochets off the back glass after clearing the crossbar. Gabriel forces the turnover. Gabriel from the feed from Eves couldn't set up Rainey on the welcome mat. Proud offering resistance behind his own net, directing the puck to McDonald, and this is covered for a pause. 12 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the third period. From PNY Sports Arena, Father Judge 5, Devon Prep 4, and the face-off comes to the left of Christian McDonald, who stopped 15 of 19 shots in the first 34 minutes. Sean Milligan keeping a tight line on these line changes tonight. That's the third time we've seen him say, get back. Myers met Vaughn in the far corner. After losing his footing, he threw the puck at net. It skittered through the crease. Eves the other way to Gabriel, slowed up right at the Father Judge blue line by an Andrew Sharamatu shoulder check. That battle migrates into the far corner, and it's joined by Gabriel and Myers. Eves could not find Dowling at the dot. Pucci throws the puck to the far side where Vaughn's got more time and space. Trude stepped up to engage him. This is cleared up the far wall by Heron, but held in barely at the point by Vaughn a second time now. Off his backhand, he flips the puck off the end boards, crashing the net. Dowling went gap wedge when he should have gone 8-iron. He had too much loft on that. And here comes Chris Ferrero back the other direction for the Crusaders. 2-on-3. That's in. A sixth Father Judge goal, and Chris Ferrero gets his fifth of the year to make this a 6-4 hockey game. Ferrero from Heron, officially 5:44 into the third period. And once again, the Crusaders lead by 2. Father Judge goal, his fifth of the season, scored by number 26, Chris Ferrero. Assisted by number 12, Charles Heron. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 44 seconds in the third period. Ferrero's fifth from Heron at 5:44. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG, or visit injuryde.com. Crusaders looking for another Myers, denied by Wright. 10:22 To go here in the third period. Nolan Roush, the standout Crusader with 2 goals and 2 assists. Kieran Crossan with 4 points and 3 of Devon Prep's 4 goals. The Crusaders with a little bit more depth, though. Wetherell, Ferrero, Mullen, and Culver all finding the back of the Devon Prep net. And by virtue of said depth and a more balanced score sheet, they've got a 6-4 lead as we near midway in the third period. Here comes Myers. Shot disrupted by Gabriel from 30 feet. Kicked high into the far corner. This is cleared by Josh Vaughn, who heads off for a change as soon as Milligan waved off the icing. Nolan Roush, stretch pass to Myers, 2-on-2. Myers toe drag, trying to split defenders. Pacheco couldn't finish on the doorstep. This is cleared by Gabriel. And it will come back an icing with 9 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the third period. Father Judge leading 6-4 over the Devon Prep Frozen Tide. In this Friday night regular season finale. Shot off the draw from Carlos Rowland at the point. Into the right pads. Lynch stepping up. Took aim from 45. He gets it back. Proud with the feed, trying to redirect it. But the glove hand of Aiden Wright comes up big with 9 minutes minus a tick to go in the third period. Devon Prep not out of it yet. It's been a back and forth battle the whole way. But this very well may be the safest lead the Crusaders have had. Proud stripped of the puck in the slot by Crossan to Russo. Russo stick data neutral ice, separated from the puck, and is thrown back in to the Devon Prep zone, where Bach leaves it once again to Donegan. He tried to play it ahead to Russo up the far side. Proud held the zone. Russo winding up. Rowland blocks this down at center point. Proud swarmed. Crossan drives this back to neutral territory. 8:20 remaining in the third period. James Gabriel getting one on net despite being outnumbered by Crusaders. Vernacchio foiled the Judge clearing attempt. Puck was loose and it's batted in. The pride of Devon Prep, Captain James Gabriel, getting one back for the Frozen Tide, and it's a 6-5 hockey game. Gabriel tracks down a loose puck. And he gets it past McDonald. .852 into the third period. Devon Prep Frozen Tide goal, his 12th of the season, scored by number 52, James Gabriel. Assisted by number 3, Talon Vernacchio. Time of the goal, 8 minutes 52 seconds in the third period. Gabriel's 12th from Vernacchio at 8:52. And things turning tenuous again for that Crusaders lead, as Captain James Gabriel brings the Crusaders' advantage back down to 1. Rainey picks up a loose puck. He stands his ground against McFadden. Fadden recovers. Vaughn couldn't hold the point. Puck skitters back to center. Hustling back was Josh Vaughn to leave this across to Pucci. Thrown up the left wing boards by Appalucci. In behind the Judge goal. Turned by Michel. To Myers. Taken away. Rainey corralling a loose puck. Myers muscles it back for the Crusaders. Stretch pass up the middle. Intended for Connor Blewett, but he couldn't reel the puck in at the Devon Prep blue line. Vaughn raced it down behind his own goal. This is played by Dowling. Back to center. He was stonewalled by Michel just shy of center. And in come the Crusaders again in numbers. Myers circling behind the net. Throws one in. Turned aside by Wright. Nobody home for the rebound. Dowling can't clear this past Michel, who protects territory for the Crusaders. 6.5 minutes to go. 6-5 the score. Father Judge with a thin margin over Devon Prep. Bodies pile up in the corner. Myers with a shot. And Milligan with a penalty call coming up. We presume it was for Josh Vaughn coming into an established puck battle and playing the body. Indeed, that's the case. As Vaughn goes off for roughing. And the Devon Prep Frozen Tide are back on the penalty kill. This penalty kill brought to you by Delaware Trash Can Cleaning. The Devon Prep penalty was assessed to number 6, Josh Vaughn, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 41 seconds. In the third period, Vaughn 2 for roughing at 10:41. "35 seconds of the Vaughn penalty have elapsed. 5:42 to go. Pressure's on for the Tide. Roland slowed up by Donegan in the far corner. Myers behind the net to Culver. Myers, proud fans on the puck. Wright crosses to the post. Puck is loose. After Wright makes the initial save, this is dug free and cleared by Donegan. Roland holds the point for the Crusaders. 50 seconds to go on this Delaware Trash Can Cleaning penalty kill for the Devon Prep Frozen Tide. Vaughn off for roughing after joining a pre-existing puck battle. Mullen shoots and scores! Father Judge with a power play goal, 4:54 to go in the third period. Joey Mullen kicks the convert, and it's 7-5. Here it is again, Mullen with a wide open net in front of him. As Wright committed low, Mullen went high. And the Crusaders are back in front by 2. Father Judge goal, his 9th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 63, Joseph Mullen. Assisted by number 16, Owen Myers. Time of the power play goal, 12 minutes, 6 seconds in the third period. Mullen's 9th, 2nd of the game from Myers at 12:06, a power play goal. Crossan trying to get one back for the Tide. Shot from distance was wide into the corner glass. Proud lofts this back as far as the Devon line. Vaughn to Crossan to Dowling. Thrown in from the far half wall. Shot was wide. 3.5 minutes to go. Kieran Crossan into the McDonald glove. Matt Fabrizio wanting a whistle, but there was no pressure on McDonald, so he's compelled to play the puck on. This goes into the netting and out with 200 seconds to go. And the Devon Prep frozen tide with their backs to a wall. Literally as well as figuratively, as the face-off stays in Devon Prep territory. Crossan walks the puck up ice. Pacheco levels Rainey. Gabriel off the centering pass from Crossan. Couldn't control the puck in a congested slot. Here comes Justin Pacheco the other way. Long shot. Frozen by Wright. We've got the whistle with 2:58 to go. In a 7-5 hockey game, the floodgates have surely opened. And Wright's got to stand his ground again right off the whistle as Crusaders come barreling at him left, right, and center. And the face-off comes to his left again with 2:54 to go. Pacheco crashing the net. Couldn't get a quality shot away. This comes back to center on the stick of Owen Myers. Myers' shot from the right half wall. Sticked forward and away by Wright. Mullen couldn't hold the zone. Here's Crossan. 2.5 to go. Crossan trying to deke Myers off his feet. He got a shot lane, but Christian McDonald had the last say. 2:27 remaining. The face-off comes left of Christian McDonald. Crossan and Mullen taking the draw. Dowling flubbed the pass off the face-off win. And that opened the door for Father Judge to push play back inside the Devon line. 2:12 remaining. Crossan to Pucci. Up the left wall. Lynch back to corral the puck. Russo offers the forechecking pressure. Forced the botch breakout. Crossan recovered. Back to Russo it came, trailing back to the point. He carried the puck hard behind the net. He tried to roll it to Crossan, cutting for the far corner, but the puck caught a seam in the boards. And this will be an icing with 1:48 remaining. Devon Prep's going to take their timeout, and so will we here on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an...
Welcome back inside PNY Sports Arena. Devon Prep taking their timeout. 109 seconds to go. The winner of this game gets home ice in the third and final meeting of these teams. Scheduled for Monday. Home ice advantage, last change, and a whole bunch of pride on the line, too. Russo, Crossan, Gabriel, Dowling, and Bach. The big guns on for Devon Prep. Can they mount a come-from-behind rally on these Father Judge Crusaders who have proven pesky around every corner? Bach back deep in his own zone to Russo. He tried to feed to Gabriel, that puck taken away and thrown by Roush in off the backboards after gaining the center line. 85 seconds to go. Wright standing pat for the time being. Devon Prep looking for that long bomb of a stretch pass to set up an odd man rush. So far, not so good. Ferrero tries to steamroll the slot. He was tied up by Bach right between the train tracks. 1 minute remaining of the period. 1 minute. Wright tried to cut for the net, for the bench rather, but Crossan was slowed up in his attack. Now the net is empty. Bach to Crossan. Thrown in from center. Gabriel can't race the puck down. McDonald swats it out of his path. Thrown by Russo across ice. Bach steps up to the point. He's confronted there by Owen Myers. This puck tied up as we come to the final 25. Rainey driving forward. Roush takes us away. He takes aim at the open net. But this will come back and icing. With 22 and 1/5 seconds to go. Father Judge with a 7-5 lead over Devon Prep. Time ticking away for the Tide. Gabriel and Mullen tied up. Roush going to try again for the empty net. Another icing with 14 and 2/5 seconds to go. So 7 seconds come off the clock. Nothing stopping the Crusaders from employing the same tactics off the draw. Donegan jumps and gloves the puck down to hold the point. Roush has this trapped in the far corner as this game winds down to the final 4, 3, 2, 1, and Father Judge secure home ice in the ICSHL Prep Catholic Division semifinals to take place Monday. Tonight's final score, Father Judge Crusaders 7. Devon Prep Frozen Tide 5. Final shots on goal, Father Judge 37, Devon Prep 27. Fans, it's time for the 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. Tonight's 3rd star, with a hat trick and an assist for Devon Prep, number 29, Kieran Crossan. The number 2 star of the game with 2 goals and an assist for Father Judge, number 63, Joseph Mullen. And the number 1 star of the game with 2 goals and 2 assists for Father Judge, number 44, Nolan Roush. So that will do it for us. Here on the Delaware Hockey Network from the PNY Sports Arena, as the Devon Prep Frozen Tide meet at center ice for their traditional post-game prayer. These 2 teams will do it all again on Monday. Salesianum, who defeated the Haverford School 7-1 earlier today, will face off against the Fords again on Monday in the other ICSHL Prep Catholic Division semifinal matchup. We'll have that one for you here on the Delaware Hockey Network from Fred Rust Arena. One last time, the final score this evening. Father Judge Crusaders 7, Devon Prep Frozen Tide 5. For the whole DHN crew, for co-executive producer Molly Jo Rosen, for assistant producer Broadway Joe Sindoni, for our production assistant and videographer Eli Swope, James Witherite saying thank you for your company. We'll see you again soon on the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Good night.